Dude, March has swag. March has this energy of swag. Welcome to the March Oracle Report. I am Zaia, the Oracle. And let me just tell you, dude, March has swag. March has this energy of swag. It's like you're really starting to catch your stride. Whether that's like catching a stride in something new or finding a new stride in something you've been doing or a way you've been being. But there's this feeling of catching your stride, and where it was confusing or disorienting or clunky. It's like if you're training for a marathon, which I have never done, but I imagine you train 1 mile and then 2 and then 3 and then 5 and then, and you work your way up, and every time you add to it, there's a clunkiness. Your muscles hurt, your joints hurt, your hips might start to hurt. It feels like clunky running, but then you move through it, you move through it, you move through it, and bam, it's like butter. It lands, you melt in, you find a rhythm, a harmony, a stride. That's what March feels like. And it's kind of fun and flirty. Like there's this newness of spring. There's this excitement about being outside and being with nature, and nature starting to bloom. And it's like this bunny rabbit energy, like bunny rabbit energy. This is just what's coming through. I'm hearing DTF, down to fuck. And there's more with that. So with this energy of like, I'm excited, let's get out, I'm feeling kind of swaggy, like I feel good, and I feel good in myself, I feel good in my power. I feel rooted in my knowing and in my trust and in my faith that the divine has got me, and that my divine and my human are clicked in and working together and on the same team. So whatever I do, whatever I show up for, I am coming from the vibrational set point, the frequency of confidence, swag, open-heartedness, a playfulness, an excitement, a flirtation, as a kind of magnetism that comes from knowing who you are and embodying that. Just being you. And from that, the rest is semantics. Because as long as you're coming from the energy of confidence, of clicked in, of my human has got the divine. My human will take action on whatever divine inspiration and guidance comes through. There's a trust there. And my divine trusts my human to see it through. My divine trusts that my human is maintaining a clear channel to bring through the intuitive, the inspiration, the ideas, the inspired guidance, to see that through precisely. And by precise, we mean of energetic integrity, in energetic integrity, meaning it's whatever inspiration is coming through, whether that's a new restaurant to try out or a business idea or the feeling to call a friend that you haven't talked to in 10 years, whatever that inspiration is, with this energy of confidence and clicked in between human and divine, it's a playful unfolding, it's a playful blooming. And so tune into that energy of swag, of, that's funny, I'm hearing God's swag. Like, if God themselves, see, it's hard for me to say it that way because God to me is genderless. It's unity. It's the 0 point, pre-split, pre-polarity. It's the God particle that chooses to experience time and space in human life. And in this earthly dimension, it splits into masculine, feminine, positive, negative. And so when I say God, I mean love, unity, source, that 0 point. So if God himself, God herself, God itself, if God incarnate walked into the room, how would God walk in? How would you walk if God were on your arm? How would you walk if you saw a legion of angels surrounding you? How would you walk if God were walking next to you, holding a light, walking you down the golden path? How would you enter a room? How would your heart be open? How would your mind be open? How would your gut be anchored in your knowing? That's the energy to cultivate in March. That's the energy, that's the frequency to tune into. Because if we tune into that frequency of God being on our arm and a legion of angels surrounding us, waltzing our human down the red carpet, like, that's the energy of ease. That's the energy of play. That's the energy of support. That's the energy of love and guidance and receiving and knowing and confidence and swag. That is your energetic set point. Any action you take from that will result in something resonant with that vibration, with the frequency of swag, of love, of confidence, of knowing, of play, of knowing who you are, of knowing your mastery, but not just remembering who we are. Oh yeah, I'm a soul that decided to incarnate and embody, and I feel like I have a purpose for being here at this time. That's the knowing. But if you're not then also being that, if you know that you can tune into your intuitive senses and tune into your energetic environment and your mental environment and your emotional environment and create your internal world that then creates your physical reality, if you know that and you are not being that, doing that, tuning in to your energetic environment, mastering your mind and your heart, becoming a vibrational match to that which you want to create. If you are not being and doing that, then the knowing of who you are is not embodied. You're knowing it, but you're not being it. So now's the time to let the knowing come in through the body and live your life in this way. Prioritize things in your life from this perspective of being a divine human, integrated as a team, working together, creating your reality from the inside out, seeing your external reality as a physical manifestation of who you were being in the past, how you were vibrating in the past, what your energetic set point was in the past. If you were vibrating fear, but now you're vibrating love and infinite possibility, well, there still might be things that come into your reality that look like fear, that represent fear, because it's a physical manifestation of the energy you were carrying before. But now you're holding love, and now you're holding infinite possibility. So that fear thing can show up, and that's fine. You still hold your vibration. You become the tuning fork for your environment. You hold the frequency, and your environment shifts to match that. So then you begin to see things in your physical reality that reflect knowing of who you are, being a divine human, infinite possibility, open heart, open mind, love, play, magnetism, confidence, swag. This is a really fun energy. Like, I didn't see or feel any of this until I sat down to talk to y'all about it. So, cool. What else? What else about March? Okay. There's some heart clearing. There is some... It feels like there's some remnants of heart walls. Remnants of heart walls that have protected you in the past, but you've really kind of moved through it, and now it's just like seeing that they still exist there but don't need to be, so you can just let them down, you know? Like your energetic set point has already changed around whatever was unresolved in the heart, whatever the walls in the heart were built around to protect you from feeling. Those feelings have been like kind of felt and alchemized and worked through. So the protective walls aren't needed anymore, but it's still there. So now you can just let those walls disintegrate because you've already energetically shifted a lot of what was there. There might be remnants that come up, some final tears or laying to rest or grieving or whatever. But you can like complete that lesson and be done with it and let those heart walls down, because there is a lot in our orbit. There is a lot in our field that is like deep heart desires that we've wanted to manifest, that we've wanted to create in our life. And some of these are like visions, and not even just visions, but desires, conscious or unconscious, that you've held for a long time, and they're in your field. You have become an energetic match for them. You're an energetic match for them. And they're here. Can you receive it? Can you hold it? Can you let it be easy? Can you let it be magical? Can you let it be a story that you want to tell? We're writing it. We're co-authoring it. But like, what story are you living in your life right now? Like, what story are you living? What story are you choosing? What story do you want to write for yourself? Because you can rewrite it at any moment. Any moment. Any moment. I've reinvented myself so many times. That's actually something a friend from college told me. She was like, girl, you have reinvented yourself so many times. And I guess it's true. I never set out to, but I went from fashion designer and jewelry designer and stylist to sales for 16 years to financial advisor for 5 years, and now Oracle and spiritual teacher and mentor for soul-led leaders. Like, I've bounced around a lot. Where was I going with that? So you can rewrite your story at any moment. And sometimes a story has come to an end. But like, are you letting yourself write the ending? Are you letting yourself write the end and close the book and put it on the shelf and open the page of the next book and start writing the first sentence, the first page? Now's the time to do that. We're stepping into spring. Winter is coming to a close. We are closing that book on identities, on relationships, on habits, on ways of being, of beliefs, of stories that we have, of patterns that we have played out. It is done. Those scenes are done. Call it complete. Actually close it and put it back on the shelf, because now we are writing the next chapter. We are introing the next book. So let yourself get into the energy of creation, of excitement, of play, of ease, like a little kid does. They don't go to play house or play dress up or play whatever fighting games boys play, like whatever. They don't go to play that game with like a having to get it right and having to get a strategy and how do I figure out how to do this, or is this aligned or is this not aligned, or is this how it should be, or is this how it should be? Like, kids don't do that. They're like, this feels fun. This is what I want to do. Never mind, I like this better. There is levity to it. There is not a craved need to make sure it's right. There is no right or wrong in creation. It's just creation. It's what do you want to create? If you want to have kids, if you want to marry the love of your life, if you want to have a multi-million-dollar empire, if you want to travel the world, if you want to have aligned soul family, if you just want to feel loving and fulfilled and whatever you want, be that vibrationally. What would it feel like? Put yourself in that energy. What would it feel like to have this right now? Let yourself go there. That is creating it in the quantum field. Your awareness, your senses, your vision, your feeling, your emotions, your mental, your vision, your everything. Your senses are attuned to what it is that you want, and it pulls that into form from the quantum field. And it will come into form through action. You'll get inspired guidance and you'll take the action. But then you can literally watch your life pixelate before you. It's like the blank computer screen, and you start becoming a vibrational match, and as you become a vibrational match, that like puts in the code into the computer, and then you start to watch the pixels come to life as the vision begins to form through you in your life, in your physical human reality. It's like watching the movie play through you. So play, creation, swag, creativity, play, creation. This is all what I'm sensing in March. Fresh start, next chapter of your life, next book of your life, writing the first page. How would you introduce yourself? How do you enter the book? What's your entrance? Or maybe there's a scene that's painted and we like await your arrival, but you're really painting the scene. Like, play with being the author of your life and let that perspective guide you throughout the day. Now, in this energy of play and creation and writing the next chapter of your life, there's also a need for boundaries. And we need to be aware of the energetic agreements that we are making and that we are playing out. Oh my God, it was a crystal, but I thought it was a bug. Okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Where were we? Wow. Energetic set points, boundaries, energetic agreements. An energetic agreement is, how do we explain energetic agreements? It is what you agree to energetically in any dynamic or engagement. So for example, if let's see, what's an example of energetic agreement? Okay, so if growing up, I adapted to my environment by hyper tuning in to the emotions of people around me, because there was emotional volatility around me, and as a self-protection mechanism to create safety for myself, I learned how to hyper tune in to other people's emotional states. You can call that being an empath. And in doing so, I was kind of unconsciously creating an energetic agreement that I would take on the emotions of people around me, and that in order to keep myself safe and be aware of my environment and be able to shapeshift depending on the environment, hyper tuning into the emotions around me was something that I didn't have boundaries around, because I didn't know what a boundary was. I was one with all things, you know? And so over time, that became an energetic agreement unconsciously that I would take on people's emotions around me, and that it was my responsibility to help people through their emotions. And so I was unconsciously in an energetic agreement with people that if there was a heart connection, if there was any type of heart connection between us, a friend, a family member, later a client, that I was somehow taking responsibility for their emotions. And that for someone to like me or to love me, like, I had to take on their emotions. There was an unspoken agreement that I had to be responsible for their emotions. Well, that's an energetic agreement that is no longer needed, does not serve me, and a boundary needs to be placed there. So then I learned how to put a boundary there and to have a heart connection with people while letting their emotions be their own and letting my emotions be my own, and not taking responsibility for other people's emotions, trusting that they had or could find the necessary tools to move through their own emotions, as I have done for myself. Happy to offer tools if they are open or receptive to receiving that. If not, no problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. Yikes. Cut. Not my responsibility. I can love you and let you be sovereign in your own emotional state. And I can love you and be sovereign in my own emotional state. That's an example of an energetic agreement. So what energetic agreements are you making or operating on? If you leave a situation or a phone call or with a person or a project and you feel energetically drained, look at that. What's the energetic agreement there? Just look at how you are engaging energetically and what energy you are agreeing to give, to receive, to channel in any dynamic. Do we need any more examples for that, or is that complete? Okay, they're showing me working out and sleep. So if you are waking up at 4 in the morning to get a great workout in, it might be that that workout really serves you, but waking up that early and the number of hours of sleep that you're getting is not serving you. So the energetic agreement there with working out the way that you are, the energetic agreement is that you're receiving energy, or it's a positive energy to do the workout, but it's draining your energy on the sleep side. So that energetic agreement between working out and sleep is not balanced. So how can you shift that dynamic so that the energetic agreement serves both the workout and your sleep? Because they need to work harmoniously together. So look at the energetic agreements in your life and in relationships, whether that's business or friendship or romantic. Look at your relationships and look at the energetic agreements that you're making and that are at play. With that, you can look at expectation. You can look at expectation and energy levels is what I'm seeing. And also give and take. What are you expecting or assuming to give? And what are you expecting or assuming to take? What is the energetic exchange? that'll show you the agreements that are at play. Anything else for March? All right, last thing for March is be in your body. Be in your body. Let yourself land in your body. If you're noticing you're really in your head, stop what you're doing. Get into your body. Have a daily in your body practice, whether that is yoga or stretching or running or getting outside, climbing a tree, floating in water, dance, Pilates, boxing, whatever it is to get in your body and in your senses. That is how we click in as a divine human and let things unfold for us. Be in the body. A lot of us have learned over time to leave our body, to disassociate, to chase these peak experiences or these otherworldly experiences or numb out, and we're not in the body. We've got to be in the body, in the body, in the body. If you've had anxiety, you are probably not fully in your body. There is a lot of energy going on collectively and on the world stage of puppeteers playing out whatever narrative they're playing out now. I don't pay attention to it. But I feel it, and people are scared, and people are in unrest, and they don't know what's gonna happen, and all this root chakra stuff, you know, fear, survival, money, getting basic needs met, like, it's dense and they're in it, and that's very real. That's very real for those who are experiencing it. And look at your energetic set point. If everything in your life was a tuning fork, what are you attuning to? If anywhere you place your attention, you are attuning to that frequency, what are you placing your attention on? And what are you attuning to? What are you calibrating with? Choose wisely. Your energetic set point is the thing that you create from. So if you want to play creation with swag and play and confidence and whoop, 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 boop, then like you gotta be aware. You gotta be aware of what energy you are allowing into your life, into your field, into your awareness, and choose wisely. Wow, that was kind of like strict, abrupt. Anything else? Okay. There's a journey in the Living Library that is great for this month, and it's called Let Life Live Through You. It is beautiful, and it feels so good, and I did it recently, and it's allowing life force, the God force, to move through your body and notice anywhere it's not moving. That's where a block is, and it helps release that so it can move in your body to let life create through you. So it is the ideal journey for March energy. There's also a breath work practice in the Living Library in the Oracle Collective membership that would be really good, and nothing gets me in my body like an ice bath and breath work. Both of them fully land me in my body and train me to hold intensity in my body, to be with intensity, because that's what it is. Like, anxiety is typically when we're just like feeling a lot of stimulus and we're not fully grounded, so we just feel fried and like uprooted. So there's a couple breathwork practices in the Living Library that would be beneficial. The link below is for the wait list. We have opened enrollment for the wait list, and we're going to publicly launch soon, probably in the next month or two. So get on the wait list if you want to join the Living Library. That has over 100 guided experiences to help you really get divine guidance on demand. Healings, embodiment practices, activations for your intuitive senses, things for manifestation. It's not just stuff to go learn on a cognitive level, but it's basically like a long playlist of things you can listen to and be guided through your own experience to get your own intuitive answers, to receive energetic healing from your highest healing teams, from God, from Source, and to let it really guide you and support you through your contraction and your expansion from wherever you are on the spiritual journey. We also have live monthly channeling calls where I channel specifically for you. You can ask questions, I answer questions. That way you're not only getting like collective energy report, but you're also getting, how does this apply to my life? What can I then go do in the living library to support me in what's coming up specifically for me? So it's a really powerful space, and it's a beautiful community that we're building where you can network with other people that are on a spiritual journey and here for a reason and on purpose and have really masterful level skills and gifts and awareness and are here to serve the world. So come join us in the Oracle Collective membership. And what else? What else? Oh, we also have the miracle meditation. If you want, it's free. It's a miracle meditation. It's so good. I was listening every morning for a while. Sometimes I listen before I go to bed to reprogram your subconscious mind to be receptive to miracles. So that would also be really good for the month of March because we're entering this spring energy. And again, there's a lot in our field that we've desired for a long time, and we have been becoming an energetic match for it. So it is in our orbit. So opening yourself up to miracles will help you receive it, will help you open to it coming in and landing. So that will be linked below as well. I would love for you to comment what landed for you. If you enjoyed this, I read all of the comments. Like and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Send to a friend or post it on social media and tag me. I want to see what y'all are loving, and I will see y'all next time. Okay, bye.